Vincent, give me a big yell like, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're ready. We're going to move on. Lewis Porter, thank you. I was just talking to a gentleman who goes to Satchmo Fest and was just saying that our programming on Ella is a cut above, and we just have looked forward to this whole series of events and bringing people together in a manner that is equal to the person that we're celebrating. Vincent asked me to be long-winded, and I will. Richard Wyans and Mike Wofford accompanied Ella at various points of their career. And to get something of the inside story of what it is like to work with this great jazz artist, I'm going to say Judith Tick. Hey, Judith. Hey, Judith. Judith. Judith.
I'm not going to tell you what we were talking about.
Now, pretend like I'm calling you at 7:30 in the morning and you're saying, what in the hell are you doing calling me at 7:30 in the morning? I'm going to let you take it away, introduce these gentlemen, begin the conversation, and then we're going to hear some pretty music. Thank you, my dear.
Okay, we are so privileged. First of all, this whole conference has been a privilege. What an assembly of passion and dedication and knowledge and enthusiasm we have been so lucky to experience. And as the second day even rolls off the first one, doesn't it? There's a kind of growth here. It's really of a community in some way of people who are so invested. So it's a privilege now to welcome two wonderful musicians who were so invested in getting things right for Ella Fitzgerald. And I think we'll start with Mr. Wayans over here. And because you worked with Ella, you want to tell us a little bit about your time with Ella, when it happened?
Well, it was the fall of 1956, and we did a short tour, mostly in California, but the opening tour was in Las Vegas. And there was a big band, a house band at this club in Vegas. And I think we were there for about 3 weeks. And then we did something in San Francisco at the Fairmont Hotel for 2 weeks, I believe, in a Venetian room. Palm Springs, we did a club, but I've forgotten the name of the club. Lots of celebrities there, I remember that. Many movie stars, plenty.
Frank Sinatra, did he come in?
I think so. Bob Hope was there, I remember that. And Francis Langford. Anybody remember Francis Langford?
Yeah.
The singer? Okay. I don't remember much else.
Well, you know, she had done the Cole Porter songbook. It was a big smash. And then she was working on the Rogers. Can you hear me? Am I just blah, blah? Okay, she was working on the Rogers and Hart songbook. And did that affect, do you remember, do you have any comment, any thoughts about that Rogers and Hart songbook that you might have been working with her on at that time? Do you remember? Let's see how I can. Well, you know, here it was, she just got off this huge triumph. She's looking forward to another one. So you were really hitting her at a peak moment in a certain way. Do you want to, what was it like to work as her accompanist at this time?
Oh, it was lovely. I knew everything that she was going to do for some reason because I've been listening to her since I was a little kid. And she's always been one of my favorites. But it was very easy and pleasant to accompany her. She could swing, she could sing ballads. Oh, I loved it.
How did she tell you while you were playing? How did she communicate with you while you were playing for her during a performance?
Well, she didn't really. We knew where we were going on each arrangement. Sometimes she would turn around and look at me and look at the rest of the trio. But we knew what she was trying to do, you know. She'd make a little motion. That meant she was going to go to the bridge or she was going to do this, but we knew what she meant. So it was easy, very pleasant. I loved her. She was just one of the greatest ever for me.
How did it work out? How did you figure out what you wanted to do? Was it the sets? How were the numbers arranged? Did you work out? How did that plan get worked out?
She would just write a list of the tunes of the set in advance, way in advance, so we'd know what was happening.
How much in advance, by the way?
Oh, that night, the same night, we only did 2 sets a night, usually. And usually the first set was the same every night, so we knew what to expect. Second set, sometimes she'd make a change if there was some kind of request for something special, but we usually knew what was going to happen. No surprises at all, nothing like that.
Let's see. Do you remember any, or were there any songs that she did sing every night in the first set? Any of those come back there in your head at this point? Or maybe not. I'm just thinking of, did she do Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered? I don't know, I like that song, that's why I'm asking him.
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, I think you're very well known as a completely accomplished professional, so we've taken the liberty of asking Mr. Lyons if he'll play a number or 2 for us on his own. So what's the, pardon me? Yes, he did say yes. So which one would you like to play first? Daydreams or The End of a Beautiful Friendship?
End of a Beautiful Friendship.
Okay, here comes, this is one you're known for too, isn't it? This is a signature tune, The End of a Beautiful Friendship.
And the beginning of love. All right.
Can I help you?
I can't get past
Let me
this.
get this stupid layout. I'm just going to move it. There you go.
Oh, that's good.
That's good? Okay,
Thank you.
that's enough?